like I've never dated. Like I've never gone on
app and
you know,
Tinder kind of
yeah,
apps.
you know, Tinder, Bumble apps, or
In
No,
real.
no, no, no. Hasn't landed up still. No, 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 no,
Okay.
no. अभी भी
Okay.
decide नहीं है.
Right, right, right.
Hi, this is Maanvi Gagroo,
Hi guys, this is Karan Wahi and you're watching us on Cineblues.
Cineblues.
Thank you so much. Well, this is film critic Ahwaan from Cineblues, and today we have on our show Maanvi and Karan. Welcome to our show, and both have appeared in the mini web series which is streaming on Amazon Mini TV, Half Love and Half Violence. This is a funny, quirky, and very romantic show that really, we're getting the love and appreciation from all the audience across different ages. So, congratulations to Maanvi and Karan, both of you. The show is really doing very well. And I just want to know, like, how has been the vibe? I'll first go to Manvi. How has been the vibe? Like, how has been the reaction that you are getting? I'm sure you would be, showered with a lot of love and appreciation. But I just want to hear it from you.
No, yeah, exactly what you said. That the response in general has been very good. It's been very positive. It's a lot of people are writing to us. They're sending messages on Instagram and commenting and all of that. And yeah, and you can see that some of the messages are very emotional. Like they've just finished the show and they've written it because they're long, and you can see that there's a lot of emotion in it, and that somewhere it's connected with people. And like you said, it's across age groups, so
Right,
because
exactly.
there are either girls and boys who've gone through that themselves, or their siblings or friends or cousins. I mean, they've seen it. It's a very relatable show for most people. So,
Right.
yeah.
Great. Karan, what about you? How is Jogi?
I think it's just the same thing. I think so many messages, so many calls, like people, some people who've probably not seen a lot of work of mine, calling. So you know that you've done something different and something nice,
Yeah,
because uh, like a lot of a lot of friends, you tend to have them on screenings, and they oblige you and they watch your work,
yeah,
but then nobody goes back and everyone goes in their own world. But I think for a beautiful change, most of my friends calling me back saying that we binge watched it because you guys should have shown us more, or people just talking about just every character. I think
yeah.
that's the beauty of the show.
Absolutely.
Ki,
Yeah,
uh, you don't go out, or you don't go back to to your own life saying that, oh, I just love this person. You have like different people that you have some quirk that you've loved or you've related to. So all in all, I was very happy, and I think after a very, very long time, I think the best
okay.
thing was family called. Family could watch it. uh,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in the day and age that we are, sometimes we tend to do work that families are a little
Unable
wary
to watch
about.
it.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like they don't say it, but
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
it's such a beautiful feeling to actually get compliments from your own
Yes.
parents and
Right.
family,
Yeah.
and they saying that, "Hey, when is the next episode coming?"
Episode, season, yeah.
So it's been a
Really.
beautiful feeling.
Yeah. Beautiful, lovely. So, Manvi, tell me, like, this series is all about, it's a different concept and a very new concept about, arranged dating and all, like modern relationships. So, in the series, we see that Riya Tamar, who is a gynecologist, she just have had a breakup, and she's like going on for uh, dating different persons.
Yeah.
Like, how in like this character, right? In real life, how much of that would you relate to, like, uh in real life?
Oh, no. So I understand this feeling of what we call like a rebound relationship or whatever. Like
Rebound,
when you're
yeah.
in a long relationship, and then there's a breakup, and then I think there are different ways people deal with it. So some people will just like shut down and take time to recover. And I know some people just like throw themselves into the dating pool and they're like, you know what, I'm just gonna get back to this. And then they later realize that okay, these are just empty dates or hollow, you know, they're meaningless or whatever.
Yes.
So I think I've been like somewhere in the middle, you know, that like I've never dated. Like I've never gone on
app and
you know,
Tinder kind of apps.
you know, Tinder, Bumble apps or anything. But this thing of arranged dating, like, you know, when a friend will say that, oh, you know, there's this guy, he's I think you guys will get along really well, you should meet him. So things like, I mean, it's still arranged dating, but not arranged by family, arranged by friends, you know. So yeah, so that was maybe somewhere a little relatable, but that's about it.
Yeah. Karan, like, how much of Jogi do you find in yourself for that matter?
I'm not Jogi.
No, it's a very different and a very unusual friendship that you strike with Maanvi's character in the series, right? Like,
you know, I think it's what I loved about playing Jogi was that हमने usually, you know, we've all seen Delhi in a lot of films and in a lot of shows, and Delhi boys to be a certain way.
Both of you are from Delhi, right? Like,
which are and I'm not saying that Delhi boys are not about shoshagiri and being loud and pompous, but I'm sure there is a very, very big chunk which is not like this. There are different kind of people
like in every
Delhi.
city, no? There are all sorts
like
of
in
people.
Every city.
Yes.
Also, like 20 years back, I understand that Delhi was all more about Shosha because the brands and everything was just Delhi based. But now brands have gone in every, like small cities want brands. So Shoshagiri has gone a lot of places. So I think the fun thing was to actually play a Delhi guy and still not, you know, still pass off as a Delhi guy, but nobody saying that, अरे दिल्ली के लड़के ऐसे थोड़ी होते हैं.
अच्छा.
दिल्ली के लड़के तो लाउड होते हैं, बड़े you know, छोटी चीजों पे बहुत गुस्सा हो जाते हैं. So I think also to me, when I read the script, I wanted him to be completely the opposite of what Ria's ex-boyfriend is. Because that's a Delhi,
the Sardar guy, right? Ex-boyfriend. Okay.
That's a typical Delhi Sardar talking.
Okay.
So I think that was fun, and I think also just not being able to remove my clothes for a change was just a very, very beautiful feeling. कि लोग अब मुझे मेरे काम के लिए देखेंगे. बॉडी हम नहीं दिखाएंगे.
मेरी एक्टिंग देखेंगे,
हाँ, थोड़ा सा काम देख लेंगे क्योंकि नहीं तो फिर हम बॉडी दिखाते रह जाएंगे. Also, the fun thing was I got to eat food, Delhi food, in scenes. So I think there is nothing better than that.
Okay, great. But coming to the more serious question, Karan, like, see, in this series, Maanvi is actually seeking for a perfect partner. So do you think, and finally say lands up with Jogi or whatever, but do you think in real...
No, hasn't landed up still. No. अभी भी decide नहीं है.
Right. That will happen.
आप आपके पीछे जो पोस्टर है उस पे ना जाएं.
Okay. So, do you think that a perfect partner really exists in real life, or it's just a myth?
See, if I was 23, I would have said yes, perfect partner exists. Since I'm not, I don't think so there is anything called as perfect, because when I get up in the morning and I see myself in the mirror, जब उधर ही पता चल जाता है कि ऐसा मतलब कुछ है नहीं. But I think there is no perfect partner. I think there is just perfect situations with a partner, which now you have to make sure the perfect situations are more than the imperfect ones to strike that balance. And I think that is what a partnership is, because eventually अगर हम अपने माँ बाप से परेशान हो जाते हैं 10 दिन उनके साथ रह के, तो I'm sure your partner is someone who you love. Right. But I'm sure your parents, the love and the bond that you have with your parents is unmatched with anybody. So I think that's what you have to just strike a balance. And I feel striking a balance is not. Uh, it's like you said na playing jogi. Jogi is like someone you actually will in real life ridicule the thought कि ऐसा कोई लड़का होता होगा.
अच्छा.
आई एम श्योर होते होंगे, लेकिन
Hmm.
शायद वो इतने वोकल नहीं होते होंगे अपने बारे में या ऐसी चीजें करने में.
Right,
So
right.
I think it's how you make partnerships perfect.
We have to make it perfect.
I
Okay.
should be not be talking about perfect partnerships, considering I'm still single. So, Manvi, you should add to this.
Yeah, Manvi should add. And at the same time, beyond adding, I would also like to know from Manvi. Manvi, you play characters which are, typically flawed, right? That is what I have observed. Like in this thing, four more shots. Okay. The girl, the Guju girl that you played, like there is a lot of flaws in her, right? It's not a kind of ideal character that someone would see on the screen. And even in Half Love, Half Marriage, there is a lot of flaw that you find in that character. So do you inherently love playing those kind of characters? And what is your idea about perfect love, perfect relation?
So I'll start with the second question.
Yeah.
And taking from what Karan said, that, it's not about perfection, but about how you make it perfect,
Yeah.
or whatever your, actually, it's about how you deal with the imperfections. Because, and like he said, that, I always had this thing that, he said this thing about parents' love being the purest kind of love, or the highest form of love, and then you have all your other forms of love. So I used to always think that in fact, like, me and my girlfriends would sit and talk. We would be like, I want a guy who makes me feel the same kind of love that my parents make me feel. Why else would I mean, I have a certain life, and my parents are there, my friends are there, I have a certain kind of love that I enjoy. So it has to either match that love or go beyond that.
Right.
So why else would I make that shift in my life? So yeah, I think that's a very important point, that it has to make you feel like home. And there's, in fact, today only, I think Amazon Mini TV shared this one meme that there's the mom and daughter hugging, and niche there's Jogi and Ria hugging. And it's like, this is also home and this is also home. Like
Right.
anything that makes you feel like that, gives you the same kind of safety and comfort. So that. Second was the flawed characters. Yes, I think I think most, like, all real people, like regular people, we're all flawed, right? We all have our strengths and weaknesses. So this we hadn't, like, till very recently, like till maybe a few years back, we didn't have those characters represented on screen, because the hero was hero, and heroine was heroine. So hero was like good in every way. In fact, I feel maybe the hero still had some room for imperfection, but the girl had to be perfect. Like, she was either like the best, the model, and however you define best,
Ideal.
so social standards, ideal girl, and or she was a villain, like she was a vamp. So there was no, like, in between, which is normal people. Normal people are not God and devil. Like, we are all in the middle somewhere, and situations make us good or bad. So I think that's like this real character thing happened with OTT. I'm guessing real content, like relatable content. And I'm very happy to say that we were one of the few actors who led that OTT drive in India. Yeah. So I think that's why.
Okay. That's great.
Hi, just a heads up on the last few questions.
Yeah, sure. So, coming to Half Love, Half Marriage, I would now want to know from both of you, like, your favorite character or characters, maybe two characters, which you really touched your heart, like who's came very much closer to you, and you could relate to a lot, apart from, of course, your ones. But Karan, who would be your favorite characters from the show?
I think it's very difficult to actually choose, but if I had to say someone who I was just laughing even on set, and even when I watched her, has to be Bua. Rajni Bua.
Grusha, right?
Rajni Bua.
Yeah.
Grusha ma'am.
Okay.
I think she is phenomenal. And Supriya ma'am. Like, I think both of them were
Manvi's
just like
mom,
a house on fire.
Okay.
But But if I had to like choose amongst the two of them, I would say the Jori ki Rajni, because she was just hilarious. She was just mad.
Bua. Yeah.
Bua was just mad. And what I had not seen on shoot, and I found this character. I think there should be a Alexa series on this character, which
Yeah,
is Mr.
spin-off.
Pawa.
Oh, acha.
There should be a spin-off on Mr. Pawa, which is
Acha.
Ria's ex,
Hmm.
because also because of I think how Simmer played it.
Yeah,
Simmer is our director, by the way.
So
yeah,
that's the
For people who
director.
don't know.
yeah. He's
So-
he's the one, right? Huh.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I think the way he just played Pawa
Uh,
and that scene has just there should be like a spin-off to his side
Yeah.
of the story.
Amazing. Manvi, what about you?
No, so again, obviously, Bua was
Yeah, we
like,
were chatting
I
offline.
couldn't
Yeah.
keep a straight face. Like while
Correct.
acting, while watching, like just, it was crazy. Mama's character, Supriya Ji's
Ah.
character, I really liked, because I felt
That's
like,
just,
you know,
yeah.
like a very motherly vibe from her.
Ah.
He said, Mandeep, that scene was like, we had a great time shooting that scene, the breakup scene. Yeah. It was we
Yeah,
were very excited.
the tussle or the argument between you two, like how
Yeah.
he's robbed of his personal space, right? That is what he has planned about, and that is so
Yeah.
natural. I saw that you are, and your character is just listening, and then she retaliates. You know, that is so
Yeah,
natural. I
because
feel it's
initially
so
you
authentic.
think she's gonna cry or something, you know,
Right,
it's
right.
gonna go into a emotional rant, but then she gives it back to him. So
Yeah.
like the structure of the scene is also very nice. I actually really character-wise, I really like Jogi's character, because because no, I feel it's the you know, like Ria's world is so loud and chaotic. Like her family is loud, they're constantly like, you know, pah. In her office, things are like, you know,
Right,
falling
chaotic.
apart. And she's herself very like, you know, all over the place because of that. And then this person comes in her life with this energy which is very calming, very
Yeah.
like, you
Right.
know, and suddenly it's like a foil to her character, you know, which
Absolutely.
and that's what I like about Yogi's character, that suddenly
Mm.
everything, and that's what Riya says in the end, that everything seems like, when you're around, everything seems okay.
Perfect.
Matlab, I could
Yeah.
be in the middle of a crisis and you'll come and you'll say something and you'll come with this, you know, energy, and suddenly it's like, yeah, why am I, it's a normal problem, I can deal with it. So I think the effect Jogi has on Riya, and just what makes Jogi the character that he is, that's my favorite.
Okay, that's great. It was lovely talking to both of you. A lovely time.
Thank
And
you.
I wish I could chat more, but of course we have time constraints. But yes, it was really memorable. Thank you so much for being with us, Manvi.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you
I
so
wish you all
much.
the best. And I can't wait to see the next set of episodes.
Next season, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a great
Thank
day
you.
ahead. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.